Come on, lad. Show these Frisian bastards what you're made of.
Calm down, Finn.
I will be playing with living humans here, killing them, for real now, not like in Burkana. I feel sick.
So you're going to faint after all?
Shut up, you windbag. And you get yourself together, lad. It's a necessary sacrifice you must accept. There's too much at stake.
All right, I will try not to think about it.
I will try and help. I will talk to those who you will battle. I might be able to bribe one of the Frisians if the battle isn't going well.
Thank you, Cleta.
And the main thing, don't forget that you're Count Rene Callio for everyone now. Act appropriately. We don't want any suspicion. Raylo, Cleta, this also concerns you. Address the Count accordingly in front of outsiders.
Well, Count, it's time to start the tournament then.
The first victory at a real tournament. You're doing great, Finn. How do you feel? You're pale.
There's no reason to be pale, lad. You did great.
Great? I'm a murderer, Cleta.
I told you he wasn't ready.
Calm down, Finn.
Calm down? You told me stories about Frisians when I was little. How they killed thousands of innocents for fun? How am I better than them?
You knew what awaited you here. Wipe your snotty nose and behave like a Frisian. I don't want to hang because of your tantrums.
Get yourself together, Finn. We all risk our lives.
But we're still alive, and these people? So much blood, so much death. And for what? A game?
They're criminals, thieves, murderers, runaway slaves, and deserters, even if they're dressed in Burkanan clothes or Frisian armor. They fight for you and simulate warriors only because they were promised an easy death instead of torture.
This is war, lad. It started for you before it did for others. This is hard, but this is the only way to prevent something even worse. Do you get it?
Yes, I get it. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get myself together, but my hands keep shaking.
This only shows your humanity, Finn. You might be dressed like a Frisian, but you have a good and brave Burkanan heart. Be proud of that. But we need to keep moving. You took the first step, the second will be easier. Breathe in deeply. We will continue once you're ready.
Something tells me you're used to playing a different deck. However, this was quite a confident victory. I never saw you among the challengers before. Who are you?
I am Count Rene Callio.
I've never heard that name. You look pale, Rene. So you don't like the sight of blood much?
No, I'm just a little nervous. It's my first tournament.
Good luck then. I think I'll keep my eye on you.
What did she want?
I don't know, Uncle. I think I got her interested somehow. She said she will watch me.
Damn, lad. If that snake starts to suspect something, we're finished.
We cannot allow that. Be careful, Finn.
I know. I'll be careful.
Well, that was the first adjutant. I never doubted you, lad.
I still can't believe that I'm killing people. But it seems my hands aren't shaking anymore.
These people would have died anyway, in this battle or the next.
I agree. It's not the time to whine over the dead. Better to think of the living. It will get easier later.
That's what scares me, Cleta. Sending people to die is so simple. I feel wrong inside.
Try not to think about it. The next battle will be easier if your head is cool.
Not a bad battle, Count. That's the second adjutant. You think you'll be a worthy opponent for me?
Perhaps. But I still have to prove that I am worthy. There are many battles ahead.
But there are improvements. You're not as pale this time as the last.
Yes. I hope that I show the natural color of my face at our next meeting.
Well, it will be interesting to see the real you. I'll see you at our next meeting, Rene.
Her again. What is it this time?
At least, I hope you didn't complain to her that you don't like killing people for fun.
Shut it, Raylo. It's not funny. When she is near, all other fears seem unimportant.
Maybe you're in love then. Cleeta, you have a rival.
Don't distract him, Raylo. So, what did she want?
She congratulated me on the victory, but she also said that she would be interested in seeing the real me. Do you think that's a hint that she knows something?
If that was the case, we would already be getting flayed in the dungeons. If she suspects...
We need to convince her of the opposite. You must appear confident with her, Finn.
I'm trying, Uncle. I think that I did much better this time.
Well, at least this time you know.
I know. I wasn't as pale as the last time.
Great fight, my boy. How are you?
I miss the times we played with simple figurines on a board. No additional rules, murders, or blood.
Maybe we should have a rest. I heard of a tavern nearby.
Are you offering a tavern tour?
I'm offering you to shut up and listen. We can battle the locals in this tavern. For money, of course. So, if you're not afraid of losing...
It's an interesting proposition, Cleeta. Thanks. I'll think about it.
Let me know if you decide to do it, lad.
What a place. I don't seem to see anyone we could fight here.
Open your eyes, clever clogs. There's a guy with a way game board. I reckon he's the one we need.
Great. Let's go.
Rightio. We got a merchant in our tavern. What are you staring at that board for, You know I'm the local champ, eh?
I want to play with you.
Well, if you don't just have pricey threads, but got the coin in your purse and the guts for it, why don't we play?
Hold your tongue, peasant. If you don't want to lose it, you're talking to a count.
A count? Counts don't go around taverns. You merchants are all scumbags and liars. Won't cheat me, though. I know your kind.
Leave him, Raylo. He's drunk.
Drunk? I'm not drunk. Well, maybe a little. But I can still beat any of you. So, got money for a bet then? Right on time. Because I can see the bottom of the mug now. Get your cards out. You're not so simple, merchant. You were lucky, though.
Not much honor in beating a drunk.
Let's play again.
That's enough for me.
Well, get out of here if your head's grown cold, then.
I reckon it's time to head back to the city.
Well, you didn't do bad, lad. Earned some gold.
It would be a shame to lose to some old drunkard when you came to win a tournament.
Let's go. There's nothing more to do here. A great win, my boy. You have almost reached the Challenger battles. There's only one adjutant left, Finn.
Deal with him and we'll go back to the tavern. I want to wet my tonsils as fast as possible.
You should hurry before the old man dies of thirst, Finn.
Don't you worry about me, you brat. I'll satisfy my thirst with your blood if I have to.
You won't like it, Cleeta. My blood is too pure for those who are used to drinking effluent.
It will be fine, clever clogs. If I can swallow Frisian swill, I can drink that filth too.
I can't believe I won all of the qualification fights.
If only you didn't behave like a vulnerable maiden.
Don't listen to him, lad. Keep it up, and you will make this stuck-up aristo eat his words.
I doubt it, Cleeta. Stuck-up aristos let no words pass back into their mouths.
Not many managed to complete the qualifying round at their first tournament. Not bad, Renee. You're better prepared than I expected. And these are your assistants? They don't look like Frisians or Gels.
We are Buchanan's, mistress. Count Kallio hired us to learn of military matters and strategy.
Really? That is some serious preparation. Want glory and honors like everyone else?
I want to know how to avoid unnecessary casualties. Even here at the tournament, I risk people's lives.
I was right. You don't like the sight of blood. Unusual for a Frisian. And the Perkanans. That's strange. Even suspicious.
Thanks to my father, I had many Frisian instructors since early childhood. I think I learned their lessons. I wanted more, so I hired Berkanans.
And we try to help, even though your tournaments are new to us, to be perfectly honest.
And how did your father react to this unusual decision?
He doesn't know. My father was in the last war against Berkana, and it left its mark. So I don't think he would approve.
So, you're a rebel, Rene. Came to your first journey with a Berkanan retinue against your father's wishes. What else might I find out? Perhaps I ought to visit you at the tavern where you are staying.
But how?
Nothing happens in this city without my knowledge, Rene. Especially if you come here surrounded by Berkanans. Be seeing you.
Ake, didn't I say that your plan is shit? We just started and we're already knee-deep in the dung. The she-wolf is on our trail now.
Calm down, Cleta, not now. We'll discuss this when we return to the tavern.
Well, if Count Callio isn't planning to train on past battles, we can return right now.
There's nothing more to do here. Let's go to the tavern.
Well, my boy, lead us. Let's calmly discuss what happened.
Calmly? How did she know where we were staying?
No need for a she-wolf's nose to smell you, Cleta.
I swear, you half-wit. One more word and your scrawny body will be found in a cesspool as filthy as your tongue.
Enough. We're a team. Stop attacking each other.
You, Ake, and I are a team. This noble cock is on his own. I won't be surprised if he sells us to the Frisian bastards.
You're taking on too much, old man. If the Frisians catch you, I won't be sorry.
Enough! If you want to strangle each other, do it in Berkana. But only after we complete the mission, not before. Until then, I want to see mutual respect, or a semblance of it at least. Got it?
Fine. You're right. Let's get back to business. Witch knows where we are.
This changes nothing, Cleta. Whatever happens, we must keep going till the end.
I'm afraid our journey will be quite short then.
Don't be so gloomy, old friend. The future is unknown, but we have something to celebrate now. Finn has qualified. Isn't that a victory?
And he's even stopped fainting at the sight of blood.
Shut it, Raylo. Otherwise, I'll help Cleta drag you to that cesspit he spoke of.
I'm serious. You finally stopped complaining about the murder of innocents.
He's right, lad. You really have become more confident. And you held yourself up in your talk with Quina. All these stories of your father.
A man gets used to anything, sooner or later. It's only a question of time.
Unfortunately, you're right, Uncle. Can't get away from that one. That's why I try to take things as they are, including Quina. Whether she knows or just suspects, we must keep playing our roles, as well as possible.
I think you're right, lad. It's best not to get too nervy. That beast is probably just waiting for a mistake that reveals us.
Then it's decided. We will do whatever is needed, and try not to do anything stupid.
Another wonderful plan, Ake.
Do you need anything, my boy? Well, my boy, I think you should gather your strength before the Challenger battles. If you don't have other plans, of course.
You're right, Uncle. A rest might do me good.
You really got far from the arena. It's pretty nice here. Quiet. Almost no prying eyes.
There are enough of them for everyone around to know who visited this tavern.
Leave it out, Rene. If I wanted to come here unseen, I could have come without the retinue, which I left behind the door. Most of the simple folk don't even know who I am. They see the soldiers and think that some unlucky guy is about to get dragged to a cell.
I hope I'm not that unlucky guy.
We'll see. You're a challenger now, a rival. Perhaps I should arrest you and get rid of a competitor.
As her ladyship wishes.
Idiotic Frisian manners and titles aren't honored here, Count Kallio. My name is Quina. Don't overcomplicate things.
I'm happy to ignore these conventions, Quina. But how can I help? What's brought you here?
Curiosity. For the last couple of years, my life consists of endless receptions and tournaments with boring and conceited aristos. I'm bored, Renee. And then you appear, a suspicious stranger with a Barkanen retinue who plays and behaves unlike the rest of the Frisians. You've interested me, and if you continue to surprise me in the challenger battles, I think I will want to know more about you.
This is mutual. I don't know Rigo well and know nothing about you. I would be glad to repair this failing.
Then how about a little game? I will tell you my story. Not immediately, but in parts, as a prize for each adjutant you defeat. To show you it's not easy, we'll start with the second adjutant. Trust requires respect, and respect must be earned, at least on the battlefield.
Does that mean that I have to defeat 2 adjutants to see you again? Then I'd better start preparing.
Win. Then we'll have something to talk about. See you at the tournament, Renee.
We heard your conversation. Looks like the dungeon isn't a threat for now. What do you think, Finn?
I don't know, Uncle. It's strange, but I feel no threat from her.
She's playing with you, you fool. All these smiles. Call me Quina. Ha! The snake is coiled before a strike. It's a trap.
It's called flirting, Cleta. You've probably forgotten what that is. Finn must do the same and try to seduce her.
We've already discussed this, Raylo.
We haven't. Not seriously, and the situation changed. She was here in this tavern just now. That means Finn really does interest her. Isn't that what you wanted? To lure her out?
Do you think she will come here again?
Even if we manage to lure her out, she is surrounded by soldiers. One sound from her, and we will never see Berkana again.
If Finn plays his cards right, I am sure he can get an audience without extra witnesses. Here in the tavern, or anywhere else.
Besides, we don't have to get too wild and end the snake ourselves. Soldiers won't save her from a well-aimed arrow. We just need the right person for the job.
Possibly. But I don't like Finn having to take such a risk. If she knows the truth, he will end his life on the rack, or worse.
If she knows the truth, we will all end our lives on the rack. But if I'm right, we'll have a chance.
I don't want to admit it, Ake, but I agree with the aristocrat. You've dragged us into the hyena's maw, and now you're worried it will close.
Well, even you agree with each other. What do you say, Finn?
I agree with Raylo, Uncle. We've got nothing to lose. Didn't we say we wanted to keep going to the very end?
Then it's decided. You need to impress Quina in the challenger battles. Try to lure her out again, preferably alone. That'll be our chance. Finish your preparations for now. Time to go to the arena.
What do you need? Here for some words of support?
I would prefer some good advice.
Fine. Experiment. Sometimes only one right card is enough to win a battle or make the job a lot easier. For instance, the rogue causes little damage but shoots from a great range, so a weak but unpleasant enemy like the Templar can be dealt with.
Yes, that would be good.
And don't forget to change the card upgrades. Sometimes you should sacrifice damage for defense or the ability to penetrate armor.
Thanks, Raylo. I'm sure that'll be useful to me.
What's up, lad? Well, Finn, are you ready to bare your teeth to the she-wolf?
I hope so. We've got a plan at least.
That's right. I must admit that the Aristo did not end up as useless as I thought. It's all on you now. Impress the witch at the tourney, and we have a chance. I believe in you.
Thanks for the support, Cleta. I'll try not to disappoint you.
That's the way, lad. Good luck.
Do you need anything, my boy? You don't look well rested, my boy. How did you sleep?
Badly. I dreamed of war. I saw what would happen if we fail. If I fail.
I understand. Your past haunts you.
I don't remember the war at all, Uncle, but I dream of it. Ravens circling over the bodies, the ground red with blood, the taste of ashes in my mouth. And my parents, whose faces I don't even know. Every time I try to make out and remember their faces, but everything goes blurry. And then I wake up, a man with no past. I'm scared, Uncle. I'm really scared.
Me too, my boy. I also often dream of war. I see the friends I have lost, my brothers in arms. While I traipsed around Burkana escorting a wandering scribe on the king's orders, they were fighting the Frisians. That's why they're all dead, and I'm still here. Veteran of the last war, master of royal intelligence. I've been called a hero for the past 20 years. Then why do I feel like a coward who never made it to the battlefield?
A coward? You're risking your life to prevent another war.
My life? No, my boy. I am old already. My life means nothing. I am risking you, Finn. Putting you in harm's way. The boy who became my son. The only member of my family. And that's why I'm so scared.
I understand, Uncle, but this is my choice and only mine. If something goes wrong, at least I won't live regretting that I did nothing.
My boy, sometimes I feel like I only found you yesterday. And I'm amazed by how you've grown every time. Whatever happens, I want you to know that I'm very proud of you. I know you can do it.
We can do it, Uncle. We can do it.
Well, it's all in your hands, Finn. Our plan depends on your success. Try and impress Quina.
Or at least try not to disappoint her too much.
I will try.
Cleta, you're not too talkative today. What are you thinking about?
I think I've got an idea. It might not be the best, but if we're going to the end...
Enough preludes. Tell us what you came up with.
Back when I was a spy and lived in Frisia, attempting to find out the secrets of the Way, I got to know a man, a count.
Stop telling tall tales, Cleta. Why would a Frisian count want to talk to you?
Because he's a good man for a Frisian, not a drop of arrogance, simple and noble. He could teach aristocrats like you a thing or two.
This is the first time I hear words like that from you about a Frisian, Cleta. Especially a noble one.
Actually, he's more of a Gel who became a Frisian. He likes Berkana. That's how we got all friendly. He wanted to know more about it. But the most important thing is that it was him who came up with the Way.
The Way? You know the creator of this game?
Yes, Count Esto is his name. He lives near here. So I thought that if anyone, it's him who can give you some really good advice.
That's a great idea, Cleta. The creator of the Way! Why are you doubtful?
The thing is, it is him I stole the game from. And I also disappeared soon after, and we never saw each other again.
You never told me that.
What is there to tell? I had a mission and I completed it. Nothing to talk about. Just a shame I had to do that.
Do you think he knows you stole the game?
I don't think so. Is that even important anymore? The tourneys used to be closed, but now they're open to anyone who craves the sight of blood in the arena.
Don't underestimate yourself, old friend. You got the game almost a year before that happened. You won us time.
I started learning it as soon as the game appeared in Berkana. Turns out this happened thanks to you, Cleta. I didn't know that.
Now you do. What does that change?
Well, I'll have to stop calling you a useless old man. I want to visit your count, too. Maybe I really have something to learn from him.
I agree. That's the sort of help we need. What do you say, Finn?
Yes, I'd like to meet him. It's not everyone who gets a chance to play with the creator of the game. But maybe not now. I need to think.
Don't draw it out. When we leave Riga, there won't be time for that. I hope we leave with our heads proudly raised high.
I hope we leave with our heads intact. That would already be something. Ready to go to Count Esto, Finn?
Yes, I'd like to see the man who created this game.
Great. I hope he's not angry at me. Remember, leave the talking to me. You better keep it shut. Especially you, Raylo. Let's go.
I thought my servant was wrong. I can't believe it. Cleta? Is that you? I never expected to see you after all these years. Where did you go?
I apologize, Count. Urgent matters forced me to return to Barkana. I couldn't say goodbye.
What's wrong with you, old friend? Since when are you so formal? Aren't you glad to see me? Or did you forget my name?
Too right. I'm not used to our simple talk anymore, Jero. If you spent the time I did among Berkanan nobility...
So, how many noblemen came to your tavern, Cleta?
Who's that with you, my friend?
This arrogant cur, who will die young for his sharp tongue, is Raylo. This is Ache. And allow me to introduce Count Rene Kallio.
Glad to meet you, Count Esto.
Count Rene Kallio. I've heard of the Kallio family, but never heard that particular name.
That's what we're trying to change, Jero. You know how it all works. There's a tourney on in Riga right now.
So you decided I could share a few pieces of good advice.
That too. But most of all, I wanted to see my old friend. I was sorry I never managed to say goodbye for all these years.
Well, I'm glad you got the chance to say it to me personally. As for my advice, I want to see what the Count is capable of first. How about a small demonstration? We will play with people, like it is at a tournament, but no blood. I don't kill people for no reason.
But didn't you invent this game, Count?
I came up with it to teach my students, to make them think, and find unusual solutions when everything is stacked against them. But I never wanted to turn this into a massacre for entertainment. What the Frisians did to the game, death shouldn't bring joy.
I agree, but if I can lose less people with your help, I would be grateful.
I hope your skills are worthy of your goal, Count Kallio. Let's fight. I can't wait to find out how good a teacher my friend is. A good fight, Count Kallio. Your teachers know what they're doing.
Please, call me Renee.
Could I ever have gotten together with a Count if I had to tiptoe around him?
We haven't seen each other for so long, I even forgot all about it, my friend. I'll be glad to speak without titles, Rene.
How about some valuable advice, Jero?
All right. One simple rule. The faster the battle ends, the less people die. I'd advise you to attack the commander and force your opponent to defend themselves. Take over the initiative to control the battle.
It's not every deck that allows this. I think it would be hard with Frisian cards.
That's right. You must carefully plan your defense and heal warriors with them, and reinforce them with items if you can. This will be easier to do if you have the right commander. Here, I hope this card will help. And another one for a good fight. I always rewarded hard-working students.
Thank you for your help and advice. This might let me win a championship battle.
About that, Jero. Do you know this girl, Quina Rossett?
Yes, I knew her well once. We met when she was 15. Quina was an incredibly talented girl. Clever, brave, and decisive. But I'm afraid she took a wrong turn.
That's right. But you've got to give her credit. The girl's managed to get the Frisian nobility in line, if she leads the army.
I suspect things are more complex, my friend. She got herself powerful enemies. I'm afraid there's a noose tightening around her neck.
Why do you think so?
A feeling. Something's afoot. Remember Baron Minotsari?
A pompous young turkey who always prances around with an expression that looks like he had shit smeared under his nose?
I missed your lively descriptions, Cleeta. Yes, that's him. I suspect he might be interested. He always sought power. I doubt he's overjoyed at a half-Gellian woman controlling a whole city and army. But that's just me speculating.
Thanks for the information, old friend. I'd love to stay with you and talk, but I must return to the tournament. Maybe next time.
I'm always glad to see you and your friends, Cleeta. I wish you good luck at the tournament.
Well, what did I say? A great man, even though he's not on our side.
I'm glad I got to know the Count. Thank you, Cleeta.
He makes the impression of a worthy man. It doesn't look like he's happy with the Frisians.
Another reason we got together. Well, why are you silent, Raylo? Couldn't come up with the right piece of wit?
I didn't even plan to. Your Count truly managed to impress me. But now, I want to see the aristocrat you spoke of now.
Who? Baron Minotsari? What do you want with that shithead?
If Count Esto is right and the Baron is planning something, he might help us out with Quina.
Out of the question. I wouldn't trust that bastard to clean up my shit.
Don't you worry. I'll make sure he doesn't touch it. But we could find out something important.
I agree. Although considering what I've already heard, the conversation won't be too pleasant.
Of course. This arrogant shithead doesn't consider anyone as equal, let alone those who come to him with a Berkanan retinue.
We must try. This information could come in useful for us.
All right, Uncle. We don't have to do that right now, do we?
No, but this must be done before we challenge Quina. It'll be too late afterwards. Let us know when you're ready.
Cleeta, you know where to find Minotsari, right?
I know. The bastard has a castle of his own. Are you sure you want to go there?
Whether we want to or not, we must do this, Cleeta. Will the Baron remember you?
No, we never got introduced. He wouldn't talk to me anyway, so it's our Count who will have to do the talking. I hope you're ready, Finn. Talking to that creature is unlikely to be pleasant.
It was reported to me that you asked for an audience, Count. But they never told me you would bring Berkanan scum with you. Or is it considered normal to have truck with the enemy in your family?
As far as I know, Berkana and Frisia are now at peace, Baron. While it lasts, I want to know more about their tactics and military strategies. Haven't you heard that enemies should be held closer than the most loyal of friends?
Did you come here to waste my time on philosophical talk? What do you want?
You were recommended to me as a tactical expert. I'm in the Riga tournament, and really wanted to put a certain arrogant Gel woman in her place.
You're not the one to put that upstart in her place, Count. She is stuck in many throats, but few can defeat her.
Are you ready to prove that to me, Baron? Or is it not considered normal to back up your words with actions among your kin?
In my family, time isn't spent on things that require no proof. But I will make an exception and give you a lesson. One battle, one test. I will take you apart and we will say our farewells. No second chances or attempts. And no talking.
That's fair. I need a moment to think of the choice of cards for the deck, and we'll start. Looks like I'm not as hopeless as you thought, Baron.
This proves nothing. Pure luck.
I heard that it's exactly what you lack to defeat Quina. Perhaps I might end up luckier.
I'll deal with that rotten-blooded gal myself. She preaches your idiot philosophy of holding friends and enemies close, Count. Too close. Come back to the tourney next year, and I will show you how true champions play personally. Now, leave. My servants will show you the exit.
I must admit you held yourself well with him, Finn. Cold dignity and a sharp wit. Like true nobility, unlike that Frisian. Verkanen scum. Did you hear that? An arrogant, haughty, disgusting shithead.
Fun to hear that from you, Raylo.
Leave it, Cleta. I'm not half as bad. But if you saw me that way, I truly regret it.
Well, at least that means the trip wasn't for naught. To tell you the truth, my fist itched to smash his insolent muzzle.
Our main finding is that the Baron wants to do away with Quina. Not sure this changes much for us. We don't know when this will happen.
But we might be able to use this knowledge for something else.
Let's go back to the tournament. We still have lots to do. Are you sure you already want to challenge her, my boy? Whether you win or lose this battle, the tournament is over for you.
That's if you lose every attempt. While you have them, you can return to the tourney and prepare better. You'll know your and Quina's weak points then.
This is not a decision to be taken lightly. Everything must be considered.
And what do you think? Am I ready?
If I wanted to impress that wench, I would probably try harder.
I agree. You didn't even manage to impress me yet. And your girlfriend probably won't go on a date with just anyone.
Besides, battles provide rewards as well as reputation. What do you think, Finn?
I think I shouldn't hurry. I can prepare better.
Then let's not lose time, Finn.
I'm sure I'm ready. I want to try fighting her.
Well, then good luck, my boy.
The fun is just starting, lad. Don't forget what you've learned. And come back with a victory.
Or come back with a sober mind after a defeat. It's never too late to retreat, so the next strike is deadlier.
Well, Renee, I've seen enough of your battles. Time for you to see how I fight. Let's find out if you can surprise me. To do this, you have to beat me in 13 turns or less. No one has ever managed. Let's go. I admit you managed to surprise me, Renee. You cannot blame me, but you even fulfilled the condition. A wonderful battle.
I just wanted to catch your attention.
You did it. And I still want to get to know you better. And not just on the battlefield. And what do you want?
I want to have a quiet talk alone, to get to know you better, without a noisy crowd and curious eyes around us.
Before the tournament is over, curious eyes are unavoidable. Servants, guards, endless receptions filled with guests.
Back in the tavern, you said you could pass unseen if you rid yourself of your guard.
And then we will elope and marry as if it's a beautiful fairy tale, Renee. I'm not sure if that's romantic or obscene.
What about a little game, Quina? Now I will tell you a story if you play by my rules.
Good move, Renee. I really hope the story is worth it. I will come. For now, I have several affairs to take care of. See you.
See you soon, Quina.
Well, my boy, congratulations with finishing a tournament. You did it.
The question is how well? What did Quina say?
Not here, Raylo. I think we should return to the tavern and quietly discuss it all.
Great. My mouth is dried out from this heat.
Well then, Finn, give us the news.
She agreed to meet me, alone.
Just what we need, lad. Well done.
He probably used that compliment of yours, Cleta.
We must think it all through. What are our options?
Kill her on her own, as we agreed.
I already said we can use others for this. I know a man. An arrow will find her in the street on the way here. Less of a risk.
Less of a chance of success, too. Why risk that?
And what do you think, Finn?
I am not sure I want to kill her, Uncle.
What are we risking? Even if she refuses Finn, she will die anyway. The Frisians will do everything to remove her. You heard me, Notsari.
I don't like this idea. Wars aren't won with talk.
You're right, Uncle. They're not. But talking can prevent them. When you were persuading me to go to Frisia, you said I don't have to do what I don't want. I trusted you, believed in you and your plan. And now I'm asking you to trust me, Uncle. This must be my decision.
All right. You will get a chance to persuade her, Finn. But if you fail, you must kill her. That's my condition.
All right, Uncle. I will do this if I have no choice.
Then it's decided. You should rest for now, Finn. When Queena comes, we should be ready.
Getting here unseen turned out harder than I thought. But I did it. And now I want to hear your story.
I never said it would be my story, but it's an important story because it's about you.
What are you talking about, Renee?
Riga's Frisians aren't too happy with you leading the army. A woman and a Gel at that. They want to kill you, Quina.
How did you find out? Why should I believe you?
I talked to your teacher, Count Esto. He told me you might be in danger and mentioned Baron Minotsari. I met him. He talked in hints, but they were clear. You won't survive this tournament. He's an enemy, Quina, a dangerous one.
Minotsari? I will give an order and he will face the court.
You have no proof. And who will be in court? Other Frisians who want you dead. He isn't alone, Quina. He has many allies. Very many.
I will find them.
They will kill you before you do that. Don't you understand? You don't know who they are, and you don't know who will strike and when. These might be servants, guards, or even someone you consider a friend. It can be a blade, an arrow, or a poison, like with your father.
What do you suggest?
I think I got to know you over this tournament. Not as well as I want, but I want to change that.
Are you really offering me to run away?
I'm offering you a choice, Quina. Another life, without boring receptions, endless tourneys, and arrogant Frisian aristocrats. You said you're tired of it, that you don't know why you fight, that it's a cage that creates an illusion of freedom. Cages must be broken. It's also about survival. You will die if you don't come with me. It's your choice.
You're speaking as if I have no choice, Renee.
You have, but only one is right, if you don't want to die.
I don't. But what will I do if I come with you?
You will live, Quina. That's what's important. The rest depends on you. I am going to visit several more tournaments, and I would be glad if you accompanied me.
You're offering me exile in the company of an arrogant Frisian aristocrat?
If you want to leave on your own.
I want to visit my teacher, Count Esto. I think we have something to talk about. I want to make peace and ask for his advice. To think. But I appreciate your offer, and want to see you again. Where are you off to?
I think that the next tournament will be in Gola.
Then I'll find you there, Renee. But be careful. The Gels of Gola are much unlike the Gels of Riga. They don't like Frisians much.
Then I hope we meet as soon as possible. The company of someone who knows the local customs and can vouch for a Frisian would be great.
I will do my best, Renee. See you.
See you, Quina. Quina is no longer an issue, Uncle. Thanks for giving me a chance. I didn't have to kill her.
To be honest, I never expected success, my boy. I'm glad I was wrong.
Then where's your beloved? Shouldn't she be coming with us?
She needs time to understand everything. It's a great shock for her. She's gone to Count Esto. Then she will find us in Gola.
That's good, lad. A breather will do us good. Apart from that, I'm not ready to prance around you, pretending you're a Frisian count yet.
Don't worry, Cleta. Once there are too many Aristos around you, I'll share a beer or two with you.
Then we'll hope the Highlanders of Gola brew it better than here. Time to hit the road, Ake? We'll talk about how well our lad did on the way.
I reckon so, old friend. Let's go and pack, Finn. A new challenge awaits you.